Okay, guys. Next up, we have. What's your name again? No. This is Duane Watson. Yes, him. Duane was born. Duane was born in Calgary, Alberta. Don't hold that against him. Sorry. He was raised up in northern BC. Now he's living in Chilliwack. Duane went on the road in the 70s when he was like 8 years old, wasn't it, or something? No, I'm kidding. In 1989, he was a finalist in a Budweiser singer-songwriter competition. And last year, 2023, he was a finalist in the Roots, as a Roots artist in the BC CMAs. That was pretty cool. Duane is currently working on his third album, and this man loves to perform, so let's give it up for Mr. Duane Watson.
Well, I'm kind of humbled. Thank you, Diane, from Diane Morehouse. This is Diane's pretty cool idea of taking this show on the road. She just started this up to do this singer-songwriter showcases, and it's starting to take off. It's kind of cool. I spent most of my life traveling the highways, and so Yellowhead Highway was a pretty good all the way from Rupert down to Edmonton. I made a good living on just about every one-horse town in between. So wrote a song about it. It's out on YouTube, and not doing too bad. It's called Yellowhead Highway. Hit the west side of World Town, northern Alberta wind. Right up the Prince Rupert, first time playing the Pacific Rim. I drank there a lot, down to Joe's Ocean View Hotel. My time was good there, though sometimes it seemed like hell. The Yellowhead Highway took me west, and women and whiskey and coke tried the best. Take this life away of mine, whiskey nights, cocaine highs. I don't forget those days, though it seems so long ago. A Yellowhead Highway, a Yellowhead Highway, a Yellowhead Highway. I've been traveling this highway nearly 50 years. Hazeltons, Fraser Lake, Terrace in Houston. I met a lot of good people. Some of them are not alive today. I miss them all dearly. They're still with me in these songs that I play. A Yellowhead Highway took me west, and women and whiskey and coke tried the best. Take this life away of mine, whiskey nights, cocaine highs. I don't forget those days, though it seems so long ago. A Yellowhead Highway, a Yellowhead Highway, a Yellowhead Highway. I've done this for years, been traveling up and down this highway. I was lost in a world that didn't seem to be going my way. A Yellowhead Highway, a Yellowhead Highway, a Yellowhead Highway. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Geez, I had this all figured out. Now I don't. Got my list down here where all the songs I stole. Yeah, it's pretty cool that we can get guys like me and Chris and Calvin and a few other people that are getting on this bandwagon. A lot of people contacting Diane now that want to be a part of this original music showcase. So it's kind of cool. This next song here is it's It's kind of a different kind of a story. It's about my grandfather, my dad, and my brother. All their wives all died before they did. So it's kind of different, but this one's called 41 Summers. His hide stretched out across his bones. That kind of reminds you of leather. Slides his Levi's over his bended knees and clicks the radio on for the weather. The winter's come early, her cold fingers pry. This cold water shack beneath the slate gray skies. 41 summers alone since he put her to rest beneath the pines. I'm singing broken, I'm singing lonesome. Her memory and her laughter rolls through his mind. 41 summers alone. Thumbnail packed with a yesterday's dirt. Snaps a wooden match head to life. A lamp puts a glow on 3 barrel walls. He sees her picture and it cuts him like a knife. It's faded and tattered and worn from the years. Love and caress and the stain from his tears. 41 summers alone since he put her to rest beneath the pines. I'm singing broken, I'm singing lonesome. Her memory and her laughter rolls through his mind. 41 summers alone. There's work to be done on this morning. A busy hand keeps the pain from his mind. A pain in his heart and it's spreading, and there's darkness, time to depart. Seas are waving and calling them home. 41 years, no more to be alone. 41 summers alone since he put her to rest beneath the pines. I'm singing broken, I'm singing lonesome. Her memory and her laughter rolls through his mind. 41 summers alone. Oh, thank you guys. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. So, my granddad and my 2 uncles and my dad, they all served in the First and Second World War. One of them never came back. But I was, I'm a huge supporter of our veterans. I'm proud of our men and women that go put their lives on the line for us. I was walking down, I was about 15 years old, and I was walking down the street with my grandfather, and I seen this bum. He was sitting on a bench. He had a brown brown paper bag and probably drinking wine or something out of it. I said, Grandpa, look at that old bum. He got quite mad at me and said, you never judge a book by its cover. And he said, you never know, that guy might have lost his wife or child, or maybe he was in the war. So I said, hey, Grandpa, tell me more about that war stuff. And he says, son, I just try to forget. I don't feel good about much anymore. Sitting around outside the hardware store. You used to have dreams, just like you. I gave them all up before they came true. And every time I reached for the prize, it disappeared before my eyes. Finally got tired of this losing fight. Now I hang on the bottle with all my might. Rain don't grow flowers, it just makes them cold and wet. The more I remember, the more I try to forget. The more I remember, yeah, the more I remember, the more I try to forget. Don't feel good about much anymore. Sitting around outside a hardware store. You used to have dreams, just like you. I gave them all up before they came true. Now the rain don't grow flowers, it just makes them cold and wet. The more I remember, the more I try to forget. The more I remember, yeah, the more I remember, the more I try to forget. A government pension's all I've got. I spent my last buck on a beer and a shot. Take a good look at what I am. Half full of whiskey, other half man. I used to believe I could have it all. That was for my big hard fall. A few old stories you heard before, how I lost my own personal war. The rain don't grow flowers, it just makes them cold and wet. The more I remember, the more I try to forget. The more I remember, yeah, the more I remember, the more I try to forget. I don't feel good about much anymore. Oh, thank you, guys. My grandfather, he was quite the feller, man. He was been in Canada he's from Scotland, and he was already been in Canada about 40 years, and I still couldn't understand the damn thing he said. But he wore a kilt in the battle in the First World War. He lost an eye, got shot 3 times. He was about 6'2". He was a big Scotsman. So I went on the road in '77, and I was quite young. Drugs and alcohol really captured me at an early age. When I was 17 years old, I was playing country when country wasn't cool, and so most of the people I played to back in the days was people that were 40, 50 years old. So I kind of learned the hard way. So in 1985, I took a break from the road. I was so burnt out from drugs and alcohol that I went up to a place called Dease Lake, down the Telegraph Creek Road, and I built me a cabin and stayed there for 4 years. Went and worked for the BC Highways, plowed snow in the wintertime, and worked with the bridge crew in the summer. And sometimes there's a lot of wrecks up on that Stuart Cassiar highway, and with no, terrace was kind of the closest place around for cops and ambulances and first responders. So sometimes you had to clean up messes, and we had to clean up a mess one time where 2 guys died, and found a couple bottles of whiskey in the creek bank. Took them back to Bob Quinn, back to the camp that night, and bridge crew, we all got pretty drunk. I was walking around saying, I'm drinking a dead man's whiskey. And I was cursed for many years with the bottle. Lost my brother on that same highway, lost my sister-in-law, and lost a lot of good friends that all died because of drugs and alcohol. So This is the title track of my first album. Proud to say that after all these years of playing, I finally put one out when I was around 60 years old. It's called The Dead Man's Whiskey. South of Bob Quinn Lake, out on Highway 37, 2 men died, hit a Bailey Bridge on a lonesome gravel road. 2 bottles of whiskey laying broken on the creek bank. I picked them up, took them back to camp, I drank them, no remorse. I'm drinking a dead man's whiskey. The night something was torn from me. Don't know the name of the 2 men that died that day. I didn't even take the time to pray. I drank their whiskey anyway. The lure of the alcohol, the call of the night, burned a hole in my eyes and left me without sight. I was running blind all those years. Even cocaine and whiskey couldn't erase what I seen with my tears. But every night the devil comes for me. She tempts me with her whiskey and weed. She whispers in my ears I'll be forgiven of all of my bad deeds. I'm drinking a dead man's whiskey. That night something was torn from me. Don't know the name of the 2 men that died that day. I didn't even take the time to pray. I drank their whiskey and wait. Oh, thank you guys. That wasn't a great thing to come across back in the day. What the hell's going on here? Good thing there's no alcohol in that. If there was alcohol in there, I'd be able to get that out really fast. I don't want to wreck anything. Oh, there we go. Thanks, John. And we got John Battle doing all this great doing all this stuff. And John and Anchor for hosting One Black Rose with this showcase. That's we really appreciate that. I don't know where she went. Where'd she go? So this one here I wrote, and actually I rewrote it. I guess we're allowed to do that stuff, eh? It's kind of about, I guess, it's kind of a before and after song. It's like stuff, it's kind of was starting off, I wrote it, I talked about the McLean brothers. They were one of the McLean brothers was one of the youngest guys ever hung in Canada, I think, right here in BC. It's just about a song about compassion, I guess, what happened to it. It's called History Pages. Well, that old south wind moans, full of rattlesnake bones. Sun sinks down in a sea of blood. They left them hanging, silver spurs jangling, 2 feet above that Fraser mud. Yeah, the Fraser mud. Kinda had a bad start. He was raised by a black heart. He's stealing horses at the age of 10. And now he's twisting. Nobody gonna miss him. 15 years old, not a single friend. not a single friend. Down through the ages of our history pages, and dust has covered up a million lost souls. Down through the ages of our history pages, and now tell me, yeah, where did love go? Yeah, where did it go? So many unmarked graves, the Fraser River runs through the barrel of a gun, reflects on the Tri-Cities, they never sleep. The homeboy is dying all around, bullets flying. He always knew he was playing for keeps. Yes, he's playing for keeps. He never finished school. Yeah, he was nobody's fool. No job waiting for him in a way. One last breath, hello, sweet death. Another bad end to another bad day. Yeah, another bad day. Downtown east side, yeah, another bad day. Down through the ages of our history pages, and dust has covered up a million lost souls. Down through the ages of our history pages, and now tell me, here where the love go? Here where did it go? Yeah, where did love go? Well, that old south wind moans, full of rattlesnake bones. Sun sinks down in a sea of blood. Oh, thank you once again, you guys. That's very kind of you. I've been in and out of jail probably more times than I recollect. I really want to. I did do some time in a BC pen for getting drunk and pulling a gun. Didn't mean to do it. Kind of regret, but I don't. I stood my ground on this son of a gun, and but I ended up doing a year in prison for it and shamed my family. But I said, the second time I got put in jail, I said, good Lord, up above, if you help me out, I will change my wicked ways. I lied. Shit. I'm sorry. This one is called If I Leave My Sins Behind. Diane, I need help. I forgot the damn words. I gotta stop for a minute. Damn it, I had a brain fart. You guys, I forgot the hell what song I was doing. Oh, leave my sins behind. I've been to prison a few times. I guess I never learned. And Dad said I was a slow learner, son. You only get what you give in return. Yeah, back in his days, a man's handshake was his final word. jail again for a man who didn't know how to keep his word. Now, and if I get to where I wanna go, can I leave my sins behind? Oh, I got so many of them. Some folks must think I was a kind. I put a gun to a man's head. I don't know what was going through my mind. So if I get to where I wanna go, can I leave my sins behind? Another day of hardcore drinking. Since I left these prison walls, I can't seem to tell my loved ones how sorry for the hell I put them through. 'Cause if I'd listened to my father, had the kindness of my mother, I wouldn't be here. So if I get to where I wanna go, then I'll leave my sins right here. And if I get to where I wanna go, can I leave my sins behind? Oh, I got so many of them. Some folks must think I was a kind. I put a gun to a man's head. I don't know what was going through my mind. So if I get to where I wanna go, can I leave my sins behind? And if I get to where I wanna go, can I leave my sins behind? Another day of hardcore drinking. Thank you guys. Very much appreciated, man. You guys are a great crowd here. This is my second time out here. I think it's Calvin's first time. Chris, yeah, this is probably his pretty main stomping grounds here. No? Nobody knows you here, eh, Chris? Yeah, they know where they all know about you back in Chilliwack, man. So here's one of my songs that I said what I was going to change my wicked ways, because I used to do a lot of different stuff back in the day. It's called Hell or High Water. I'm running whiskey, I'm making time. I think I better leave this life behind. Doing $1.60 on some gravel road, trying to put some food on the table back home, yeah, back home. Now come hell or high water, yeah, I'm gonna turn my life around. Now come hell or high water, this town. 'Cause if I don't, I'm prison bound. Prison bound. Running from the law is taking its toll. I'm selling whiskey, pounds a week, sometimes a little blow. Yeah, they're taking my picture without even me knowing. better watch where your life is going. Yeah, where it's going. Now come hell or high water, yeah, I'm gonna turn my life around. Now come hell or high water, yeah, I'm gonna leave this town. 'Cause if I don't, I'm prison bound. Yeah, prison bound. I'm gonna play my guitar loud. Now maybe write me some songs. Gonna get together with some real good friends of mine and play these showcases downtown. I'm gonna quit drinking that cocaine. Maybe leave the whiskey behind. Gonna smoke some weed with me and Diane. Yeah, she's a real good friend of mine. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna turn my life around. Come hell or high water, yeah, I'm gonna leave this town. 'Cause if I don't, I'm prison bound. Yeah, prison bound. Oh, thank you guys. I call that one of my filler songs there. That's very nice. You guys are very warm-hearted people out here. Must be the island, man. It's got to be the island people, man. So, I'm going to do some bunch of stuff I usually don't do. Of my own stuff, so I haven't done it for some of them I haven't done for quite a while, so I'm probably going to forget the words. This is a good place to do a rehearsal, I guess. This one's called "The Miss of Times." Lumbo bands, the feather shaft has found its mark, a drawbridge defense, until the cannons bark. Castle walls, they crumble under sharp attack. A kingdom falls. Yeah, a crown will take a jack. These green valleys are once of mine, gone with the mist of time. It still shines within my heart, though my home is torn apart. Gone with the mist of time. Machine gun points, at the man behind the wheel. Priest anoints as the church bells loudly peal. And ghostly voices just screaming for us to stop. It's daily choices. It's all blood and no time. These green valleys once were mine. They're gone with the mist of time. The still shines within my heart, though my home is torn apart and gone with the mist of time. And these green valleys once were mine. They're gone with the mist of time. It still shines upon my heart, though my home is torn apart, gone with the mist of time. Thank you, you guys. About 6 years ago, I think 6 years ago, something like that, I went back on the road after having a battle with drugs and alcohol, so I had to quit for a few years because I had no throat left. I burnt it out from cocaine. So I took a break off, but when I got back into it, I started writing my own music, straightened myself out, and started writing songs. And this song here was, since I'm a proud son of a war vet, I was trying to write a song about my dad and all the soldiers and that sacrificed their life by going to other places and putting their life on the line for us. So, but somehow my ego slipped in the song, ended up about me. But I'm proud to say I did record it at Bryan Adams' studio in Vancouver. Got to sing through the same board that John Lennon did. It was pretty goddamn crazy. And it went, me and Chris we've had quite a few hits on this that indie place out in Galaxy, eh? And this went number 2 for 60 days, so I thought it was pretty good. It's called Son of a War Vet. I was raised up north of Fort St. John, back in the hills where the halfway runs, the Peace River flows, it's soon to be gone. Cash Creek on a Enos ranch, the black bears roam and wild horses play. It was my home, it'll always be home. I'm just a BC long-haired redneck son of a war vet. I've got a 30-30 and an attitude to go with it. And don't look down on me, boys, where I was raised. Just a BC long-haired redneck son of a war vet. I broke the law when I was a kid. I pointed a gun at another man's head. He was in the wrong. I still stand strong. I did my time in a BC pen, worked detail. I was splitting wood. And when I got home, man, he was long gone. I'm just a BC long-haired redneck son of a war vet. I got a 30-30 and a 357 to go with it. And don't look down on me, boys, for how I was raised. I'm just a badass long-haired redneck son of a war vet. Finally about my dad. Took me long enough. I'm proud of my dad. He went off to war. He landed back in Juno Beach in 44. He didn't turn and run, but he aimed his guns. He put his young life out on a limb for his Canadian home. He was so proud of. He was a hell of a man. Yeah, I'm one of his sons. just a badass long-haired redneck, son of a war vet. I've got a 30-30 and an attitude to go with it. And don't look down on me, boys, for how I was raised. I'm just a BC long-haired redneck, son of a war vet. I'm just a BC long-haired redneck, son of a war vet. I'm just a badass long-haired redneck, son of a war vet. Thank you again, you guys. Thank you. About for my bro Chris to get up. And you're all going to be amazingly with this guy's vocals and his talent of songwriting. I'm honored to share the stage with you once again, bros. Chris Andres and Calvin Rempel. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Well, this one here, I think, I get drunk, I think when I wrote it, or high or something. Kind of thought I was an outlaw. I've been known to go outlaw when I'm drinking. I've been known to go drinking when I think I'm an outlaw. Yeah, I drank too much in my life. It's a pain. Yes, I go outlaw when I'm drinking. Yes, I go outlaw when I'm drinking. I like to shoot guns, raise all kinds of hell. I like to fire up my horses and I'll run them for a spell. Rolling down this old highway, I'm stealing gas along the way. I got a show at the Coldwater, I'll make it there today. I've been known to go outlaw when I'm drinking. I've been known to go drinking when I think I'm an outlaw. I drank too much in my life, it's the pen. Yes, I go outlaw when I'm drinking. Yes, I go outlaw when I'm drinking. I never would have dreamed that I'd live this long. Me and Rick were fighting these strangers on a dark barroom floor. I built a bartender, he pulled out a gun. The fighting was over without too much blood. I've been drinking all day in the Tanshill pub. Later that night, I almost took a man's life. I came to my senses when I ran out of whiskey. I did a year in the pen, I did a whole lot of searching. I've been known to go outlaw when I'm drinking. I've been known to go drinking when I think I'm an outlaw. I drank too much in my life, slipping. Yes, I go outlaw when I'm drinking. Yes, I go outlaw when I'm drinking. Oh, thank you once again, you guys. I think I'm getting close to my end. Yeah, probably a couple more for you guys, if you guys don't mind. Try some new stuff on you. This one here is kind of my bluegrass kind of a song, I guess. I don't know if you guys remember when I said I used to plow snow up in Dease Lake. Well, my buddy, he used to plow snow with me up there. His name was Craig Devine, and he was sitting up in Baffin Island somewhere, and he was flying back into Yellowknife, and some people on the plane were telling about the story about a kid who was plowing snow on the Great Slave Lake, and he went through it, and they never did find him again. So with me and Craig being plow truck drivers, we wrote this song over what was a satellite telephone, and we call it The Old Man of the North. say he knew the ice as well as any man. At home with any truck across the frozen land. Just a lad of 2 winters, he lost his life. A snowplow through the ice outside, I yelled at night. There's another star shining down on the sparkling snow. And the winds are whipping down the lake, 45 below. The summer's come and gone, and the winter is hanging on. And the old man of the north has come to take him home. I never heard the likes of such a tragedy. He spent hardly any time in this world, you see. There to his family name they passed into his hands. Now the stars burning brighter than the other can. There's another star shining on the sparkling snow. And the winds are whipping down the lake at 45 below. The summer's come and gone, and the winter is hanging on. And the old man of the north has come to take him home. If you listen long and hard on the coldest nights, you can hear the crackle of the northern lights. But behind that crackle there's another sound. It scares Jake Break as he pulls in the sacred ground. There's another star shining down on the sparkling snow. And the winds are whipping down the lake, 45 below. The summer's come and gone, and the winter is hanging on. And the old man of the north has come to take him home. And the old man of the north has come to take him home. Oh, we thank you guys. Appreciate this. I'm going to do a couple more, and then we're going to get our good friend Chris up here. This song here I wrote when I seen the town of Linton burn down, and it choked me all to hell, you guys. And then I kind of rewrote it again when we lost a bunch of firemen in last year and this year, or some firefighters. It's sad to see that young kids were losing their life trying to save people's homes and their lives and the lives of animals and everything. So I dedicate this to all first responders, this song. I haven't got a name for it, so I think I'm just going to call it First Responders. Unsung heroes, maybe. They've been working all day in this goddamn sun, fighting fires with a piss can on. Smoking flames, they're all around. I hope they control it before it burns down this town. These BC towns are taking their toll. Firefighters lay exhausted toe to toe. 9/11 calls, they never stop. But first responders, they're there on the spot. These unsung heroes don't seek pain. Just fighting fires, that's their game. These unsung heroes, nobody knows their names. But they put their life on the line anyways. The paramedics, they're so overloaded, dealing with Vancouver's overdoses. The pills still control the streets. People are dying as we speak. These politicians, they don't seem to give a damn. Too worried about their own pension plans. First responders, they're so underpaid, but they put their life on the line anyway. These unsung heroes don't seek fame, saving lives, that's their game. These unsung heroes, nobody knows their names, but they put their life on the line anyways. These are the sons and daughters of our time. I pray every day for a safe return. I take them for granted. I apologize for that. I hang my head in shame. These unsung heroes don't seek fame, saving lives, that's their game. These unsung heroes, nobody knows their name, but they put their life on the line anyways. Well, thank you very much, you guys. Appreciate this. Crystal from the Crown and Anchor, thank you for this. Diane Morehouse from One Black Rose, thank you very much. Calvin Rempel, I live in his hometown now. I know where you live, buddy. It's funny, I was just thinking about this guy the other day, back in when I was a young kid running around Canada playing music. I ended up running with this guy from Dallas, Texas. And I didn't know at the time he was running from the law. And they eventually, the long arm of the law caught up with him. But this guy showed me, he was quite a few years older than me, and he was a hell of a guitar player and singer and songwriter, and he kind of taught me a lot of stuff about the road. This one is called Where Outlaws Come From. It's out on my second album called Sins of an Outlaw. He was Texas born and raised somewhere around Dallas. He was drifted with a fast mouth, ex-con man, somewhat of an outlaw singer. He made it to the border, crossed over somewhere south of Milk River. He had a guitar in his hands and a wanted poster to go with it. We met down in Cowtown in the winter of '79. We played every honky-tonk bar in Alberta, man, those were the times. Just two long-haired cowboys, sometimes known as a Texas connection. Yeah, I was running from the law. I didn't even know I was wanted. But he used to tell me, give me a pound of cocaine and a case of whiskey. A Magnum 44 and a 4 on the floor. You cross that thin line, just on the interchanger. You run with me, man, you better run. Yeah, Duane, I'll show you where outlaws come from. He was running from the law, crime he committed a long time ago. There was something about a gas station, liquor store, I don't remember it all. The last time I saw him, he was headed south, guarded by a lawman's gun. Yeah, death row in Texas, my friend, you're an outlaw till the end. But he used to tell me, give me a pound of cocaine and a case of whiskey, a Magnum 44 and a 4 on the floor. We'll cross that thin line just on the edge of danger. You run with me, man, you better run. Yeah, Duane, I'll show you where outlaws come from. run with me, and man, you better run. Yeah, die, I'll show you where outlaws come from. I was raised up north of Fort St. John, back in the hills where the halfway runs. I'm Duane Watson from Chilliwack. Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you, Crown and Anchor, for this great opportunity. And now my good buddy Chris is coming up.